And we've also, oops,
We got a question.
we do. Looks like Mad Hotter. Sorry, I'm a little late. So y'all may have covered this, but Scott, how do you push past any lack of motivation or distractions, if when you experience any?
Oh, well, yeah, I definitely the distraction thing, yes, because I have ADHD pretty bad. So, and I've tried to hone that into, I try to say it's like a superpower. So, one thing I have to do is I have to have a lot of different kind of projects going on at once. But I can't lose sight of, I got to keep track of like not let them all fall off or whatever. So, it's a lot of like for me, it's a lot of list making. Like I said, I don't know what it is about me or whatever, but I don't like I was mentioning, and I don't know if you were listening when I was talking about the video games, but like I just don't do video games because they're a distraction. So there's certain things that I know are not going to do any good. So I mean, you have to be really disciplined if you're, because you could just find yourself playing all day on video games or whatever. So I mean, to me, I just get the most fulfillment out of creating. So I always want to be creating. And if I do get distracted or if I get kind of bored with what I'm working on right now, I just have to put a pin on it and then I move on to something else but make sure that I come back to it. So I use like a software called Trello, which is just kind of a list making. It's like a kind of a digital pinboard thing where you can make little tasks and you can move them around from day to day. I set it up like a weekly schedule, like Monday through Friday, and then I've got another list that I made that says done. So I'll drag when I'm done with something, I'll drag it off, and I use that to kind of keep track of everything. But yeah, just staying motivated. I think it's just for me, it's just a love of doing this kind of stuff. And um what I'm doing with the YouTube, it's like even though it's taking a little longer to get a foothold to reach the people that I wanted to reach, it's just also have to have faith that you're moving in the right direction, which I believe I am. So yeah, it's just trying to be confident in what you're doing, looking at past successes, like recently I've been kind of like, oh, I'm putting all this time into YouTube. Is it going to pay off? But then I get to look at stuff from the past that I may have been like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work out, and it did. And so that's possible. So taking successes you've had in the past and things like that and apply, and I did it then. There's no reason why I can't do it again. That type of thing, and it's just. And I don't know, I've just kind of always just working as an artist for so long and having all those ups and downs and just realizing that there's going to be times where things aren't going as well or you're struggling. But I don't know. I've never really had like a plan B. Like I haven't done really anything other than, I mean, there was times when I was first starting out that I would do like some construction stuff for in-laws to pay the bills, but I was always still working on my own stuff. So, but I never really had like, I didn't, other than, when I was in high school, maybe I had a job at a grocery store. I didn't have a lot of other jobs that weren't kind of creative or whatever. So it's kind of all I've known. So if it's like, I don't know what else I would do. So I got to make this work, so I don't know.
Well, I say this. I think you are onto something. I think it's going to work. And I'm going to do everything I can to pump you out there, man.
Thank
Because
you.
I
I
think what you're
appreciate
doing
it.
is amazing and fantastic. Mad Hotter, thank you for the question. In fact, I've got a couple of them from my own kids.